Welcome student. Today we are going to do part 3rd of the same chapter, Lost Spring, and finally we have reached to page number 17, and this is the second story within this story, Lost Spring. Okay, the story is I want to drive a car. Here our main character is Mukesh. Our character is Mukesh and he wants to become a, why would I tell you? We are going to read. Mukesh insists on being his own master. I hope you remember what we have read in our previous story. Sahib was not his own master. Here in this story, Mukesh insists to be his own master. I will be a motor mechanic, he announces. What he wants to be? He wants to be a motor mechanic. Okay, he wants to be a motor mechanic. Do you know anything about cars? I ask. Same author. She asks, do you know anything about cars? You want to become motor mechanic? I will learn to drive a car, he answers, looking straight into my eyes. His dreams looms like a mirage. Looms is appears. His dreams looms. Looms is appear. His dreams looks like a mirage. Mirage, I hope if you are a science student, even though if you don't are a science student, you will come to know it is you can say optical illusion. His dreams looms like a mirage amidst the dust of a street that fills his own town, Firozabad. This story is of Firozabad. This story is of Firozabad. Okay. Now he lives in Firozabad town and the town streets are fully covered with dust. And maybe he has seen 2 or 3 cars within his life. Still he wants to become a motor mechanic. Now this Firozabad place, it's famous for, I hope you all know, it's famous for bangles. It's famous for bangles. Okay. So Firozabad, which is famous for its bangles, every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. Okay, so earlier the story that we have covered is of Simapuri, where you can find more than 10,000 rag picker. Here we are covering the story of Firozabad place, where you will find the people, all the people, each and every family is engaged in one profession, that is bangle making. Fine. It is also known as the India Center of Glass Glowing It is also known as Center of India's glass blowing industry, where families have spent generation to generation working around furnaces, welding glasses, making bangles for all the women in the land, it seems. So wherever you find women wearing bangle in the hand, then remember this place Firozabad, where each and every family is indulged in making bangles. This in India, Firozabad is very famous place where you can find number of colorful bangles. It is a place where they spend number of hours around furnaces, where they work for longer time period welding the glasses, making bangles. Mukesh family is among them. None of them know that it is illegal for the children. Please underline. None of them know it is illegal for the children like him to work in the glass furnaces with high temperature. It is child labor. You can't ask from children to work. So none of the family member there know this thing, that it is not allowed to have children work like this in this kind of a condition, even because there is high temperature. In dingy cell, dingy is gloomy, dark, dingy is dingy is gloomy, or you can say dark cells. Fine. Dark, dull, dim also you can say. In dark cells without air and light, area where they spend maximum time of the day without air and light in high temperature, and what could happen? It is going to affect their eyesight. Okay. If law enforced could get them and all that 20,000 children out of the hot furnaces where they slug their daylight hours. So from the morning till evening they spend their time in that place near to that hot furnaces, welding the glasses, making bangles in very light, in very dim cells, you can say, very dim area, and there you can find more than 20,000 children. What happened? They often lose their brightness of their eyes. Generally, over a period of time, when these children grown up and become man and woman, and when they are 30 years or 40 or 50, 60 years, at that time they lose their brightness of eyes. They can't see them. Mukesh family is one of the family, but still Mukesh insists that he wants to become a motor mechanic. There is some hope in his eyes. He wants to change the tradition, whatever the family is teaching him. Okay. Mukesh eyes beams. Beams is light. As he volunteers to take me his home. Mukesh is taking the author to his home. He is volunteering, which he proudly says is rebuilt. Mukesh says, do you know my house is rebuilt? Okay. We walked down stinking lanes chalked with garbage, past homes that remains hovels you can say simply constructed, not properly constructed also, with crumbling walls which can fall at any time. Okay. Wobbly doors shaking. No windows, crowded with families of human and animal coexisting in a primeval state. The houses where you will find the human beings as well as the animals living together. How can this be possible? But these poor people, they do that. They are very poor. He stopped at the door of one such house where you will find no windows, where you will find the what was mentioned, wobbly doors and crumbling wall. He stopped one of the house in one of the door, and what he did? He stopped at the door of one such house, bangs a wobbly iron door, bangs. He hate that wobbly iron door, wobbly is shaking one. With his foot, he bangs with his foot. Okay, then what happened? And pushes it open, and he opened that door. Fine. He entered a half-built shack. That home, its roof was half-built. Half was open. Half-built shack, and he was saying that it is rebuilt. Okay. We enter a half-built shack. In one part of it, thatched with the dead grass, is a firewood stove over which sits a large vessel of sizzling Spanish leaves. On the ground in large aluminium platter. What is mentioned? That he found that one part of the roof was covered with the dead grass. Okay. And he found that there was a firewood also. There was a firewood stove also, and on that there was large vessel. So there was firewood stove, like you can say generally in villages they make firewood stove like this, on which you get the fire, and on that there was the vessel, large vessel. In that vessel it was the evening time when they visited there, so it was the dinner preparation time going on. Okay, on the ground in the large aluminium platter is the plate we use for serving the food. There were some chopped vegetables. Who was doing all this work? A frail young woman. Frail is weak, delicate, feeble. A frail young woman is cooking the evening meal for the whole family. Through eyes filled with smoke, she smiles. Why she smiles? Because there is a guest in the home. Any enter. She is the wife, the one who is preparing the dinner. She is the wife of Mukesh, elder brother. Not much older in years, she has begun to command respect as Bahu. She is not that much older, but now she has got the respect of a Bahu, the daughter-in-law of the house, already in charge of 3 men. Now she is the one who is going to take care of Mukesh elder brother, who is her husband and the grandfather, or you can say father-in-law. Her husband Mukesh and their father. When the older man enters, what happened? She gently draws behind the broken wall and bring her veil closer to her face. She gently draws behind the broken wall. She covered herself behind that broken wall, and what she did? She covered her face with the veil of her dress, with her scarf, of with her dupatta, whatever she was wearing. She covered her face with that. Okay. As she is Bahu of the family, she has to do that. It is the tradition. As custom demands, daughter-in-law must cover the face. In Hindi we can call it as ghungat. Veil the face before male elders. In this case, the elder is an improvised bangle maker. In this, the father of this house, he is the one who has started maybe this thing, or not the one, he is the one who has learned this thing from his father, and now he is going to teach this to Mukesh as well as to Mukesh elder brother. Despite long hours of hard labor, even though this father has spent several hours of his life working, first as a tailor and then he worked as a bangle maker, still he failed to renovate the complete house. Half-built shack. Send his 2 sons to school. All he has managed to do is teach them what he knows. What he was able to do was that he was able to teach the children, Mukesh and Mukesh elder brother, the bangle making art. That's it. That is what he was able to earn by doing that bangle making work for his whole life. It is his karma, his destiny, says Mukesh grandmother, who has watched her own husband go blind with dust from polishing the glass of bangles. Now there we have grandmother also, and grandmother say that it is the karma, it is the destiny of our family only, and she has seen her own husband gone blind because of this bangle making work. Can a God given lineage ever be broken, she implies. She asks, ever this generation to generation going task of this bangle making profession, will it will get break? Born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles for their whole life. What they have seen? They have seen only bangles. In the house, in the yard, in every other house, they have seen only bangles. And what kind of bangles? You can see in the street of Firozabad, you will see spirals of bangles. Sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, yellow, every color. Every mounts in the unkept yard, in mounts pile of it. Okay, lot of bangle. And generally people are having their piled of bangles on 4-wheeled handcraft and they sell it. But suppose whether they will be able to they sell this bangle in the same place, Firozabad. If I am making bangle, my neighbors are making bangles, preparing bangles, whether they are going to buy bangles from me? No, because they are able to make it by their own. So they generally sell it out of Firozabad. Okay. So what the grandmother is saying, whether this generation to generation work line lineage is going to break ever, let's see. And in the dark herdsmen, next to the lines of flames of flickering oil lamp, sit boys and girls with their father and mother welding pieces of colored glasses into a circle of bangles. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adult. What is mentioned? There she found some boys, some girls, young boys and girls. They were sitting along with their father and mother, and their eyes were just adjusted towards their work. They were working like they're not having hands. They're like they are robots, professional in the field, working very fastly, and their eyes are adjusted to in that even in the dark area they were able to do that work. So their eyes are more comfortable in the dark as compared to the light outside there. They are now able to complete their tasks very well, very properly. That is what mentioned. Because they were doing this work from the very long period of time, from their childhood days, they are doing this thing. Instead of playing with friends, going outside and going to school to learn, no, they do this all work from their whole life. That is the reason before they become adult, they lose their eyesight. So today we are going to cover till this paragraph only, and we have read some part about Mukesh dream, about Mukesh family, about Firozabad place, what people generally do there. Not that much important question we have covered, but the very basic part of the story is clear to us. Now in our next class we are going to do the important question, as well as we are going to complete this story. As I told you in the starting, we are going to cover this story within 4 parts. So let's meet in our 4th part now. So thank you everyone. If you like this, then you can like and subscribe too.